Hi, guys. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good meditation. I feel it. So I'm going to wait till a few guys jump on so we can do this together. Okay, let's see. So today, here a second. Hey, Wilo, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Nari. How are you? Okay, this is going to be a good one, guys. I'm excited about this one because so many of us are stuck. Yeah, so this is always recorded. Every time I go live on Sunday, it automatically gets uploaded onto my YouTube, so it'll be available for everyone. I'm excited. I'm going to wait a little bit. I want to talk first about being stuck because a lot of us, there's a lot that comes with being stuck. And a lot of us I'm feeling good. Thank you. How are you guys feeling? Yeah, so a lot of us are feeling stuck. A lot of people I'm getting this, a lot of people, and feeling stuck comes with comparing yourself to others on where they are in their lives, feeling either really sad and down and just what's the point kind of feeling. And then the other feeling is angry and irritated at others, and you snap at others and you're just annoyed. Oh, hey, Make a Stitch, how's it going? I love your name, Fluffy Hedgehog. Hey, Mark. How's everybody doing? Okay, so like I said to everybody, this meditation is going to be really good. And I have a feeling that there's a lot of people that need to feel that unstuckness and they don't know what to do. People start comparing. I think that's the worst thing about feeling stuck is that you have this vision for yourself, this amazing thing that you can see yourself, and you have a vision for your happiness. You have a vision for your career and your success. You have a vision for your relationships. You have vision, financial vision. You have spiritual vision, and it's like, either it's taking really slow and like a lot of us know, we just have to be patient, trust the process, all that. But in the meantime, what we're feeling is when we feel stuck, we don't know what to do. And this is why I think it's important. I'm going to do a meditation. So whenever you're feeling stuck, you're feeling like you can't get out of that vibe and you don't know what's going on, and you notice yourself comparing yourself to others, this is when the meditation can be done. So I'm going to start by talking a little bit and telling you guys a little bit about that stuck feeling. Hi, Piri. How's everybody doing today? I'm glad I waited. I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes, see who else jumps on before we start the meditation. And I want to start by saying, actually, I wrote it down. Hold on. There's a quote by Joe Dispenza, and I heard it a couple of days ago. It says, the best way to predict your future is to create it. So this is Joe Dispenza, right? You can do the meditation, Nari, as many times as you want. Whenever you're feeling but chances are you won't have to do it. If you do it in the morning, you won't have to do it in the afternoon. Because what happens is how we set our intention in the morning. So when we wake up in the morning, what we feel is usually the same as what we felt yesterday. It's very rare. Like as soon as you wake up, you may feel a little different. Oh, it's a new day. And you have this potential. You know how when we wake up in the morning, we have this cool potential that something could happen today. And then if in the first hour of your morning, nothing seems to be happening, the same thing happens the same day, the day before, and you're kind of and then that's when the stuck feeling comes in, right? I was not in a good vibe this morning. Okay, so see, exactly. So somebody just wrote that they were not in the good vibe. They weren't in the good feelings. And then something was going to happen that was different than yesterday, and you get a good feeling. So let's say you're about to go visit your sister. So you kind of go, oh, it's more exciting today. Today is a little more exciting because something outside of the regular routine, all my regular thoughts that I get all the time, all the regular stuff that happened yesterday, because over 90% of the thoughts that we think today are the same as yesterday and the day before and the day before, right? So what happens is that if we feel that we are just reliving the same thing over and over, we're just going to start feeling that stuck feeling. And even if you notice yourself that you're visualizing this great future and you have all this stuff, you kind of start still comparing yourself. If you go online and you see somebody doing to your standards better than you, or they're more successful than you, or in a relationship that you want, even though you may be happy for that person, you may be happy for them, you're going to feel, do you know, there's some people that are capable to be happy for others. Some people don't. There's haters and jealous people, but there are some people that can be happy for others. But then other people's happiness makes them feel like they're not successful in the spiritual world, in healing world, in the success, financial, or relationship world. So I want to first start by saying, I always say this in every video, is awareness. But you have to say it out loud. Say it out loud and be aware. I'm comparing myself today. I'm doing it. I'm comparing myself today. I went online. I saw somebody that was doing what I see as better than me. Somebody was in a relationship that's the one I want. And I'm not in that. I'm happy for them, but I'm not. Just to say it out loud. Because what happens is if you keep it inside, okay, if you start keeping your feelings inside, that's when we start feeling like crushed. And that's when we start feeling upset. We start getting the fight or flight response and getting annoyed and irritated, or we want to travel. We want to get the hell out wherever you are in the world. You're like, what if I leave the country? What if I take a road trip? What if I go to somewhere else and I just leave? Maybe I can find success there or love there. I need to change my surroundings, right? Even haters and jealous people are us. You said we are one. So it is correct. I got it wrong. So we are all one. But that's the thing, is that whatever we see in another, listen, we are one as collective energy, but everybody has their own mind. So we're not if you're standing beside an abusive person, you are not automatically an abusive person. It doesn't, just because we are one with the energy of the world. Meaning, if I smoke a cigarette, let's say, and you are a little bit further, but you're in the same room, you're going to smell my breath. You're going to smell the cigarette, and it's going to connect with your molecules inside. It's going to go in your head. It's going to tell you it's a scent of a cigarette. So everything together is we are all connected as one. So that's something separate that we'll talk about in another live. But today, what I want to talk about is that so many of us are finding our callings. So many people are finding out what they want to do. And if they don't know what they want to do, or if you don't know what you want to do, you know that it's not the same thing as it was a few years ago. I don't know if it's the pandemic, the COVID, this shift that's happening in consciousness, is that we feel like we're shifting into this, hold on, I don't want to be that old reality. I want to create a new reality. And we're kind of all in that. So what happens is, actually, I wrote something down. Okay. I want you guys to ask yourself, okay, because this is the main reason why I'm doing this meditation today, is so many of us feel stuck. So many of us. And we don't like to get uncomfortable. We don't like to feel uncomfortable, but we don't know what the difference is between familiar. Is it familiar? And is it right? And if it's not familiar, we get uncomfortable. If something isn't familiar to us, our brain responds in a way to say, nope, this is not for you. So what you think is your intuition saying, oh, this is not right. This is not right. I'm not going to do that. It's not because it's not right. You think it's your intuition. It's actually because it's not familiar. So this is very hard to do, but to differentiate between to get uncomfortable, which is what I'm going to tell you guys in a second and what we're going to do with this meditation is we're going to learn to get uncomfortable. We're going to learn to get into the unfamiliar, because if it's familiar, how are you supposed to grow and change? If, let's say, you want to be this, or you want to be in that relationship, or in that successful status, or in whatever, the person you are today, if you don't feel successful, that means that you're not there. So you have to change something in order to get to there. Now, it doesn't mean change yourself. It doesn't mean change yourself, because we got to work on loving and accepting all of us. But if you feel that you are stuck, the best thing that I would suggest, number one, before this meditation, is to get uncomfortable and do it for 1 week. So if you want this, okay, write down, if you can, what it is you want. Very specific, what it is you want. Do you want to be, sorry, I just got interrupted on my live. That's okay. We're uploading this. So do you want to be, let's say, successful? Do you want the relationship of your dreams? Do you want to heal certain unhealed parts of yourself? Okay, right here. So you're going to feel whatever. Write down everything specifically of what you want. And then write down things that you think that you need to get there. Now, you don't need to know exactly specifically. Say you want to be successful in a job. You're like, I want to change careers. You don't have to write the career you want. Just write, I want to be successful and feel this in my career and feel that and whatever. You have to write that. Now, the journey, we always talk about manifesting whatever. The journey is we never know. We never know what's going to lead us to there. We think we know, we want to know, and if we don't know, that's when we start feeling stuck. Okay? So we have to go, to be comfortable in my own skin. Well, that's a beautiful thing. Christy, I love that. That's the number one, actually. I think that we should all start there. That should be the first one, Christy. Thank you. But if you want other things in life, whatever you want, if, let's say, what you want to get there is to post on social media, to advertise yourself, and you don't like that, it's making you uncomfortable. It gives you a stomach ache. It's not your vibe. It doesn't resonate with you. Is it because it's not familiar? And if you are convinced in your head that I'm not going to get there doing that, you have to ask, whatever that is it hurting you? And if it's not hurting you, is it because it's not familiar? And some people, they start to do something. They want to get, let's say you want the relationship. The most comfortable, you're like, I want something. What would you have to do to get the relationship of your dreams? You would have to, let's say, start off with working on loving you. Like all my videos, you say, whatever you want this person to do, you're going to do for yourself. Take yourself out to dinner alone. You want them to take you out to dinner? You take you out to dinner. Because whatever we want in our lives, we have to treat ourselves first, because whatever somebody comes into our lives treats us the way we treat ourselves, or even better. So if you're starting off by taking yourself to dinner and you're like, oh no, there is no way I'm going to a restaurant or anywhere by myself, that is uncomfortable. That's what I mean by getting uncomfortable. Doing things out of the ordinary. If you want success financially, and you know that something is blocking you from getting there, there is something that makes you uncomfortable. If talking to people or selling things or doing things or making money, you believe that, now listen, I'll give you an example. Money doesn't drive me specifically. I am not driven by money. I'm not. I know money is energy, but that is not my main drive. But I said, I want there. What used to make me uncomfortable a few years ago is selling. I hated selling. I hated charging anybody for anything. So I had to get uncomfortable. So I went into sales. Because that was my blockage. And I hated it at first. The first week I was like, ugh. And then all of a sudden, as soon as that uncomfortable, it's not because it wasn't right. It's because it wasn't familiar. It wasn't familiar. So if whatever you're doing, if you want that change, before we're going to do this meditation, we're going to start. I was just waiting for my boyfriend and they're going to piano practice. So I was just waiting for them to leave so I can start the meditation in more of a calm Zen way. But I really want you guys to understand, ask yourself every time, if you say right away to yourself, that's not right, I just don't feel right. Is it familiar? Is it because it's not familiar? So if you want to change, if you are in a toxic relationship and you've been in a toxic relationship for years and years and years and you don't want to leave, is it because it's not right and you're scared? It's unfamiliar. So if it's not dangerous for you, if you know there's no danger in getting uncomfortable, get uncomfortable. So what we're going to do in this meditation is going to be a little bit triggery, okay? And the reason I would suggest you do this meditation right away in the morning, you can set, it won't be a very, very long meditation, and I may upload a few more about these that are a little bit shorter, but how about starting to change one thing in your morning routine that wasn't like yesterday? So tomorrow's Monday, you wake up tomorrow morning and change something. Do you wake up, go on your phone, brush your teeth, go downstairs, get your cup of coffee? How about you change something? How about you take your cup of coffee on your way out? How about you take your cup of coffee right away? How about when you wake up, you sit with yourself, do some stretches, connect with yourself? How about when you wake up, you write something in a piece of paper? You get a book. Oh, I just changed the lighting. How about you get the book right here and you write something? I love myself. You write the affirmations. What are your intentions for the day? Try getting uncomfortable. Do something different than yesterday. And if you do that every day for a week, you'll see these small shifts at first, and all of a sudden you won't feel stuck anymore, because it's like somebody said at the beginning, that today they're excited because they're going to see their sister. It's a new thing. So imagine if you add a new thing every day, then your success will be guaranteed in anything that you want to do. Is you have to get uncomfortable. All right. So let's get uncomfortable. You guys may not like this. So it's going to be nice. It's going to be good. And I'm going to show you the meditation that you're going to do in the morning. And this, I highly suggest you do it as soon as you wake up. So I know it's a little bit later now. It's 11 o'clock. But when you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes, you're groggy and you feel like falling back asleep, you're going to sit up. Okay. Whether you sit in front of your bed or you sit up on your bed and you put a couple of pillows behind. Make sure you have your alarm, that you don't fall back asleep. But right away, when you're in the theta brainwaves, that you're slowly just waking up. If you want to get unstuck, you want to have a new experience in that day, this is what we're going to do, okay? This is the meditation. So I'm going to record this because I'm going to upload this meditation without me talking at the beginning. So you guys will be able to just do this meditation as soon as you wake up in the morning. I hope that works for you guys, so you don't have to hear my whole speech at the beginning of the live. All right. So as I said before, sit up. Sit up comfortably. Close your eyes. Relax your body. Now we're going to stay in the silence for a moment. And I want you to recognize, what are the first thoughts that are coming to you? The first feelings? To remember those are familiar feelings. They're the same ones as you thought yesterday and the day before. Just recognize them. Become aware. Sit in this silence. Connect with your thoughts and your emotions, the sensations in your body. Become aware of all of them. And if you can, if you have too many, you can say them out loud and release them so they no longer stay in your body. Slow your breath just a little. Relax your jaw, your neck and your shoulders. Relax the muscles on your face. Now we're going to get a little bit uncomfortable, a little unfamiliar. I want you to sit upright without anything supporting your back. Get into the seating position. Legs crossed if you can. Do you notice any discomfort in your body? Just become aware of it. Now take a deep breath in. Expand your chest, and as you exhale, release, relax your jaw, neck, and shoulders. Now I want you to think about yesterday. Do you remember yesterday's thoughts? Do you remember feelings and emotions that you had? Those are usually the same ones that trigger in your mind the same familiar thoughts, the same emotions, the ones you're comfortable with. Even if they don't make you feel good, we are comfortable with them. We're used to them. We're going to take a deep breath in and think about those thoughts and emotions. And as you exhale, make a sound and imagine all those thoughts and emotions released. Again, inhale. Think about those thoughts, feelings. Exhale and release. And now we're going to inhale love. Love, imagine a bright light of love as you inhale. And exhale all the thoughts of yesterday and the emotions. Once again, sit with yourself. And as soon as something comes up, whether it's inside of you, your feelings or your body, or something outside of you that's irritating you or bothering you. Just bring it to your awareness. Now I want you to go back to a moment, whether it was recently or a while ago, where you noticed yourself comparing others to you, whether it's relationships or success, or even about healing. Whatever you were doing is you noticed that you were observing others and feeling down about yourself. Connect with that feeling of sadness or anger or irritation. Now place your hand on your heart. Connect with your heart. And I know you know already that you're on your own journey. And we know generally not to compare ourselves to others. But sometimes we do unconsciously. So the idea here is to notice that everybody does it. We all do it. And it's okay. It happens. Keep your hand on your heart. Repeat after me. I am worthy to receive. I am worthy to receive. I am worthy to receive. Stay in this moment. And as you start getting more intense, feeling the emotions, reconnect with your heart, reconnect with you. And repeat after me. I surrender to time. I surrender to time. I surrender to time. Now, throughout the days, you may feel these emotions come up where you're comparing yourself, judging your worthiness, wondering if anything is actually meant for you. I want you to remember whatever you desire, whatever's in your heart is meant for you. But sometimes we must feel uncomfortable to be open to receive what we are worthy for. We are born valued. We are born worthy. We are born with love. Remember that. And again, if you notice yourself comparing yourself to others and looking around and feeling like you're not doing enough, or something's wrong and it's not fair, just keep placing your hand on your heart and understand that you are worthy. Everyone has their journey. And it's okay to be vulnerable with yourself. Be truthful and authentic with yourself first. It's not weak to be vulnerable. It's strength. Again, repeat after me. I am worthy to receive. I am worthy to receive. I am worthy to receive. Now I want you to lie down comfortably, and we're going to sit and lie down comfortable on a pillow, and you're going to sit with yourself or lay down with yourself. Connect with you, relax your arms and your shoulders, your whole body. And as you take a deep breath in, notice your whole body moving, the oxygen going into all parts of your body. And as you exhale, you can feel your body relaxing more and more. Become aware of your breath. Now, as you stay in this lying position, bring your awareness to the space between your eyes. And what we're going to do now is visualize. Without asking yourself how or when, just an image that you see and how you feel. You see yourself smiling and happy. Stay with the image. Now imagine yourself opening up your hands and holding the earth in your hands. You can feel the trees between your fingers and the branches. You can feel the heat of the earth in your hands. As you look at the earth, you can see all the animals all over the world, the elephants and the zebras, the giraffes running around, the greenery, the beautiful crystal water all around. Take the earth and place it in your heart. Feel the love for it. You are connected to it. Take a deep breath in. Expand your chest, expand your stomach. And as you exhale, when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. How do you guys feel? I want to know. So I recorded it and I'm going to upload just the meditation so you guys are able to, although I'll keep this live because we're going to stay on the live now, talking about the feeling of getting uncomfortable, the feeling of getting unstuck. But I just want to know how you guys are feeling. If you can, take a sip of water, feel a little more grounded. Did you feel yourself getting emotional? Powerful. I'm glad it helped. I know it's hard to get out. You're in the meditation and it felt good. That's great. You did the meditation in the car. I hope the car was stopped and you weren't driving. You felt deep caring for the earth. That's beautiful. So the reason why I did the earth at the end, because I kept visualizing the earth. It kept coming to me when I was doing the meditation. And the reason I did the earth is because when we connect with the earth more and more, we somehow stop connecting to the sadness in us of comparing ourselves. Because we know that the earth doesn't force anything. You know, the sun comes out during the day and then the moon comes out at night. And like these flowers, they bloom when they're ready. And everything has its purpose. And some flowers, they bloom as soon as you plant, they grow and they're powerful and they grow super fast. And then there's other flowers that take a long time to grow, very long, and they're beautiful and they're big and it's everything is different, but they don't compare themselves to each other. All the animals, there's elephants and zebras and all over the world, and the elephant's not like, oh my God, I wish I had stripes. I wish I had stripes. And then, you know, the zebra's like, I wish I had a long neck like the giraffe. They just are. They just are. They know that everything has its place, but the human nature is that we look at someone else like, I wish I had that. I wish I was like this. And it's so normal. We all do it. We all do it. Oh, that's beautiful, Piri. You were sending love to people all around the world, humans all around the world. Okay, so Piri, I have to tell you, this is one thing that's absolutely amazing, is that when you start noticing that you're open to receiving whatever is meant to come your way, which comes with being uncomfortable. I guarantee you, if you are stuck, it's because there's a part of you that doesn't want to get uncomfortable. A part of you goes, I want that, but there's something that I don't want to do to get there. And it's not a big thing. it's not changing, like changing countries and traveling this and doing this. It could be as simple as, taking a shower at night instead of the morning, or in the morning instead of at night. It could be this one change shift in your day to day. That's something that you are so comfortable doing that kind of throws off your mind. And you start doing that every day for 1 week, and you'll see a shift. And every time you feel yourself getting comfortable, do a small shift, and you'll notice that things in your life will change with you. Period. This is very normal. Actually, a lot of people do that. So when you visualize yourself, some people don't see faces. They just see shadows. Like, we can't see ourselves because, like, we're still within ourselves. It can happen eventually when you start practicing meditation more intensely, and actually could do energy center meditation or Kundalini or inner engineering. There's a lot of meditations that you can do that activate your spinal cord. And what happens is you'll notice that you kind of like, it's like astral projection, and you can see yourself. And that happened to me actually this week. I can see my face. It was a little freaky, but it's rare. That usually happens unless you practice, meditation for hours and hours every day. But just put the music down a bit. So I just want to let you guys know, if you are feeling stuck, I'm going to write down a couple of things. This is, I wanted to do after. I wanted to do before the live, but I felt the need, before the meditation, but I felt the need, and I wrote things down this morning. So if you can, if you have a paper and a pen, and every time that you feel yourself stuck in any parts of your life, ask yourself 3 questions, okay? Is this an intrusive thought? Is this an intrusive thought? Is this a thought that serves me? Is it benefiting me? So when you think of yourself that you're not doing so-and-so, you're not there, you wish the relationship, I should have done this, I should have started a long time ago, this person should have done that for me, or this, I should have done that. Like, all the shoulds and that, those are intrusive thoughts. Those are thoughts that you're just putting in your mind that are not reality. They're just very dark, uncomfortable feelings that you're putting on yourself. Because as soon as you create that thought and you do that, right away, your emotions, your energy, your frequency, everything just gets, and it gets that stuck. So you're not open to receive when you're in a state of judging yourself and judging your time. But it's actually really normal that we judge ourselves. It's very normal that we compare ourselves to others, because every single person has done it. Every person, even the most successful people, at one point have to talk to themselves to tell themselves not to compare. Is this a familiar feeling? Whatever I'm doing, is this? So let's say you're working every day, because consistency is the key to success for everything, right? And some people get, I think it was Kevin Hart said he got rejected over 2,000 times until he got accepted. 2,000. He accepted 2,000, and never once did he say, no, it's because it's me, I'm the problem. He just said, no, it's not my time. It's not this person that's going to work with me. 2,000 times. Now that's strength. I don't even know if I can do 2,000 times. So Kevin Hart has strength. But if you notice yourself saying, is this familiar? What you're saying is that, am I feeling the same way? Am I letting somebody outside of me dictate what I should feel in my life? Okay. You make us feel like we're not alone. We're not. I have to tell you though, we all do it. I do it. We all do it. We all do it. And it's funny because I've been in the state of living in this tiny little apartment, single mom, no health, no relationship, no money, no. And every day I would do the gratitude. I would say, okay, what am I grateful for? Every day I knew, because when you're grateful, more things in life give you grateful. But I realize is, Piri, what you said actually is that giving is such a powerful thing. When you give your time, you give even money. When you give your love, you give your emotions to other people. That is in complete, like you are literally opening yourself up to receive. And it's not because you want to. There's this crazy power that comes in giving to others, giving your time, giving your energy. So what I've noticed is when I start comparing myself, and I actually did it a few days ago. This is why I wanted to talk about it. And I went on social media and I see myself and I had a vision of my future and I saw somebody else is there, somebody that I've been following, friends with, got there before me. And I went, ugh. And I was like, I'm so happy for that person, but I didn't feel good. And right away, these are the things I did. What can I do to give? Right away. So I said, does it feel, okay, is it an intrusive thought? Yes. So I wrote down, this is an intrusive thought. This is not benefiting me whatsoever. The second thing I said, is it familiar? Yes. I have felt that I've judged myself before. And my feelings that are familiar, I need to get uncomfortable. I need to change something up in my reality. And what I did is silly, but it's small. But I started taking showers. I love taking my showers in the morning, and I started taking my showers at night. I said, I'm going to switch it up. As soon as I go right before bed, I'm going to do this. And it was uncomfortable at first because I was like, I'd forget. And something also I started to do is I started to work out every day. And I said, every single day, I'm going to do a workout for 5 minutes. And it's funny because every day it ended up going to 20, even 30. But I promised myself 5 minutes. I said, I won't do less than 5 minutes. And then I just ended up doing more. So it was uncomfortable the first few days because I've been so used to just being busy with other things. Now, the other thing is when I said, does it feel familiar? Oh, yeah. Is this a thought that I had yesterday? Is this a thought that I had last week? How can I get uncomfortable? How can I get uncomfortable? And how can I give back? So what I end up doing is that's why I said my way of giving back right now that I can do is I'm going to go live and I want people to understand that we all compare ourselves. Oh, and the last thing, if you want to write this down, but I didn't write it down, is close your eyes and remember yourself 5 years ago. Remember who you were 5 years ago. That person that was, acting differently or in different types of relationships and who they were. And if you yourself 5 years ago were at a very different place, I want you to congratulate yourself of how far you came. And if you find yourself in the same position as you were 5 years ago and you said, wait, nothing changed, I'm pretty much in the same thing, then try not to judge yourself, but get uncomfortable. If you are stuck in this routine, the same thing over and over, get uncomfortable without it hurting you. Try something different. So what happens is that you weren't the same person you were yesterday, and then the day before, and the day before, and the day before. And it's super exciting because you're making something different for you every day. Sometimes I move my furniture around. I know a lot of people do this too. I'm like, I'm gonna move my furniture around. I'm gonna paint a wall. Every time it's the things that I can control. And then what I notice is while I'm moving my furniture around, while I'm painting the wall, I get a phone call. I get an unexpected gift from the universe because I'm in receivership. I'm not saying that properly. Thank you. I already did write thoughts down. It seems like all-encompassing words. Thank you, Mark. So I usually go live for about a half an hour on Sundays. I went almost an hour today. So I really wanted to talk. I think it's important to talk about because we think that person's doing so much better than us. And that person went through their own struggles. Remember that, okay? Whoever you're comparing yourself with, they compare themselves to. They're like, this and that. And if ever they're posting, by the way, if ever somebody is posting, I'm going to start doing this, by the way. When I get something from the universe, if I post about it, I want everybody to know that I compared myself to. I am going to show my vulnerability online that I compared myself throughout so many years of my life. And we think, and by the way, do you know how to stop comparing yourself? Acknowledge it. That's it. Acknowledge it. I'm freaking comparing myself again. I'm doing it. I'm judging myself again. Acknowledge it. And then give back. I promise you it's going to go away. If you don't acknowledge it, it sits with you for like a week, 2 weeks. And all of a sudden, the more you compare yourself, the more life gives you people to show that you're not good enough, because you're telling yourself that you're not good enough. You're telling yourself, I am not where I'm supposed to be. So the universe is like, oh yeah, you feel that way? I'll give you more people to prove that. So whatever you believe, I will show you more. So now all your newsfeed is going to be a whole bunch of people that are doing better than you, because that's what you believe. So you have to just acknowledge that it's just a thought that you're thinking. It's just a belief. What you resist persists. Exactly. Okay. So thank you guys for joining this. I will upload right away this meditation and I'll post it. And don't forget, if you haven't already liked this video, try to get some, I'm trying to get some more YouTube action. Support, don't compare. Okay. So we are all in this together, and we all do it. We all compare ourselves, even though we were doing better than before. Okay. So if you're feeling stuck, just get uncomfortable. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me today. And I'll see you again next Sunday live. And I'll see you guys on TikTok lives, 12 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Bye. Have a great Sunday.